Hi, it's Alyson Carson again. So, as I watched these videos, it was essentially what I expected from a counseling session. There was just lots of questions that were asked, lots of talking from the client, and that's how I assume it would be. The characteristics and skills that I noticed are there were a lot of open questions, a lot of encouragers, but it seemed like there were more verbal encouragers that weren't necessarily questions from the lady in the homesick video than with the others, so I thought that was interesting. There was a lot of reflecting feelings and meanings, paraphrasing. There was summarizing at the end, checking for understanding. It seemed like a lot of the reflecting the feelings and meanings was also checking for understanding. They all three of them remained neutral. They didn't take anyone's side or anything. And then in terms of silence, there's a little bit used, but not as much as I would actually expect, maybe because it was just so short, and there was more of it in the homesick video than the others, it seemed. I mean, it did seem that it encouraged the client to say more. In terms of differences and similarities, I mean, they were all similar in the skills that they used. The differences were more in maybe their body language and their use of encouragers. Like I said, the female counselor in the homesick video definitely gave more encouragers. And the question I have is, in the brainstorming video at the end, the counselor went through and he summarized what had been talked about, but it seemed to me that there was a lot of extrapolation in that summary. And I was just wondering if anyone else thinks this too. It felt like, yes, the client talked about those things, but didn't necessarily talk about them as intended action steps, but then the counselor kind of put it in terms of these are the action steps we talked about. And I wondered if anyone else felt like that was congruent or if it was maybe out of line.